Hi there, Layla here from the Student Experiences team. Today I am going to show you our tactile fingerprints that we made for our crime lab, as well as show you how to make your own tactile or touch images. So your first question might be, what is a tactile fingerprint? Well, if you've come to any of the members' open houses in the past, you've probably tried one of our fingerprinting activities, where we use ink or a graphite dust to examine and explore the patterns that are made by the ridges on the pads of our fingers. Now, you can do this at home. You don't need any of the fancy equipment. All you need are some washable markers and a piece of paper. Now, to do this on your own, you want to get that washable marker and you want to start coloring over your finger pad. And you need to use a lot of ink. It gets a little bit messy. And you need to do it quickly because you have to press your finger to the paper while the ink is still wet. So we'll try it. Woo! There we go. That was a pretty good one. And I'm going to show you here. I've got a lot of different print pads here. I've tried it quite a few times. Now, if it's hard for you to see my fingerprint pattern on the video, it can be hard when you're just looking at the piece of paper too. So that got us thinking, what can we do to make sure that every student that comes into our lab can understand what we're talking about when we mean these fingerprint patterns with the ridges so close together? So we were thinking specifically of students who are blind, students who have low vision, or the parents, chaperones, and teachers that might come in with them. And so we thought, what can we do to make a tactile or a touchable fingerprint? So we took images of my fingerprints, we blew them up huge, and then we took them to the Fab Lab. And there, the staff helped me 3D print my fingerprint. And so these ridges are tall enough and wide enough apart that you can actually feel them with your finger and you can see and feel the pattern at the same time. Helps create a better understanding. Turns out that 3D printing like that isn't too strong. If I press hard enough on it, I can break it. So we tried a different machine, and this time we were using the laser to etch into a piece of plastic, and it made these stronger lines. You might also notice that the two patterns are different because not all of my fingerprints are the same pattern. And if you examine yours, you might find the same thing. Now, if you want to make your own tactile or touch image, you'll need a couple different things. You'll need a piece of paper, you will need a ruler, or I've got a measuring tape here, and then you'll need something to raise your image a little bit. So that can be something like hot glue if you've got it. You can use regular glue and some strong yarn. You can use Play-Doh or clay, and I've got some Play-Doh here today. It's in MSI colors because my design is the MSI logo here. Now, I got some of the angles wrong when I was drawing it, but I think you can all forgive me for that. So all you need to do is take your Play-Doh, take a little bit of Play-Doh to start with, and you're going to roll it out. If you're using clay, same thing, right? Roll it out like you're making a Play-Doh snake. You can roll it on your paper as well. I don't want to do that too hard here so that I don't shake the camera. But when it's nice and thin, you'll take that piece and you'll lay it across the lines of your image, and you've got to press while you're doing it. Press down, and I try to also pinch it a little bit so that it comes to a point, and that will make it easier for us to feel where those lines are. So I've got the blue that's going around the S on the MSI logo for me, and then I've also got some green to go on the M. Now while I'm putting this piece on the M, you might have been wondering, well, what's the tape measure for? So the tape measure is there to make sure that we space our lines far enough apart that we're able to gather information from the design. If the lines are too close together, it's really hard for us to put the picture together in our minds of what we've got here. So while you're drawing out your design, you can use your tape measure to make sure that your lines are 1/4 of an inch apart. And that will be the best distance to be able to understand your image if you're just touching it afterwards. Okay? So just like I was saying, I've got some of my lines down there, so part of the M, part of the S. Oh, the S is falling off, that's okay. Right? You can use this as a really fun way to mix art and science, art and accessibility. And once you let your Play-Doh or clay dry out, you can challenge your family members to try and keep their eyes closed, touch the image, and see if they can figure out what you've got there. All right, have fun.